los corredores en movimiento. El tiro a tercera. Gators on baseball. Yeah, you know the name.
Hey, this is Grant McCrae. You're listening to Skaters on Baseball.
That's right, everybody. It's Skaters on Baseball. I'm Schmitty, and tonight my partner Christian is on assignment. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but tonight I'm doing it all alone here. So bear with me and help me out. I'm going to need you guys to help with the conversation. I see Todd K's already in the place. Shout out. I will round up KMBR when you guys hit the air. Well, we just hit the air, so let it rip. Before we start, as always, like and subscribe. That helps the chat room develop more. And then we have more conversation. So it works for all of us. Anthony, I am late, aren't I? Sorry about that. What am I? Oh, 3 minutes? Yes, I am, and I'm sorry. Listen, we got a fantasy baseball league that's draft is next Saturday. Who's in? I got one spot remaining. $20 entrance fee, 3 prizes, first, second, and third. Third place gets your $20 back. Second place, $60. And the winner gets $120. But it's going to be fun, win, lose, or draw. So we got 9 people. We need 10. So let's do this. Email me, skatesonbase@gmail.com. If you are interested. What do we got here? Plugged. Only 99 viewers on KMBR right now. No, you guys aren't worried. I'll give one more tea leaf when the show starts. Love you, boys. Thank you, Todd. Daylight savings starts tomorrow night, and my brain's on rewind. The draft is Sunday. You're right, Anthony. Thanks for that. Good. KMBR, the commercial leader. If you guys want to talk about KMBR, we can talk about KMBR real quick. I wake up every morning early. I get my coffee at 6 a.m. Fresh pot with the crew. I got the boys down there. We got Pine Needle. We got Gisak. We got Todd K. We got a bunch of regulars in the morning, and we all get fired up. This morning, I turned on the radio around 6:15. They didn't talk about the Giants till, I don't know. I think there was 10 minutes of Giants conversation between 6 and 9. So it's kind of a bummer. I can't listen to hypothetical Ayuk stories over and over. And I'm a huge Steph Curry fan, but we already know Steph is the GOAT. He's great. He's awesome. But just over and over the redundancy. It feels like they think their listeners are only on there for 10 minutes and then they just repeat the same story every 10 minutes. And I'm just texting away like, talk Giants, it's baseball season. Anyhow, long story boring. That's why we started our show. Football's king, but is it, dude? Like, come on, once a week, Boredom Town, Santa Clara, a lot to hate about that shit. I'm San Francisco, I'm Giants, and I'm every day. I like the everydayness of it, and I like the commitment to the city. The Niners are claiming SF, but they're closer to San Jose and Milpitas. So that's my point. I don't know. Oh no, Curry is not the GOAT, my friend. He's the GOAT right now. Okay. The GOAT, what would that be? The greatest of the year. Goaty. He's the Goaty. Greatest of this year. Shardizzy in the hizzy. Hell yeah. Anyway, we're talking 100% baseball on this channel, and that's how we're going to roll it out for the entirety. I'm not going to talk football unless I'm dissing it. And occasionally I'll throw up a Warriors score because I love my Warriors. They're just down the street. Today down in Arizona, sadly, the sunny Phoenix, Arizona, we got a rain out. So that was a bummer. Coming back to the city, the 49ers coming back to the city. Well, that could change a lot of things. I think that would be great. I don't know why they ever left, though. I get Candlestick was old, but there's nothing over there. They could have just rebuilt a better stadium, in my opinion. But what do you think, Anthony? You've been around the Bay Area a long time. You were in Hunters Point Bayview holding it down, just blocks away from the stick. We used to park in the lot and just walk over there to games and then have one guy tailgate. One guy would bring in the car with all the goodies, and then you don't have to pay parking for one car, and you could get like 20 guys in there raging with the hot dogs that was when I was drinking a lot and all that kind of stuff. But fun times at the stick. So what do you guys think? Are we going to see Tom Murphy ever again in a Giants uniform? Will this guy ever play for the Giants again? Because I'm starting to think maybe not. What's up, Shardall? How are you? What up? Yeah, Tom Murphy, I think he could be done. I think we might have Huff number 2 without the rally thong coming in hot. So I would love to see Tom Murphy play for the Giants, and I would love to see him in a Giant uniform. I think everybody wanted that, but I don't think it's happening. He seems to get hurt quite often. In Huff we trust. I think so. I think it's going to come down to Huff for Stassi, but Huff is just a big boy, and he hits the ball hard. So what do you want for a backup catcher? Do you want like a really good defensive guy with not too much bat skills, or do you want a pretty big bat that's a little less defensive skills? I don't know. I kind of want the bat, especially on the Giants. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see Gerard Encarnacion be the starting designated hitter, and I want to see Luis Matos be the starting right fielder. This seems like it just has to happen, and if it doesn't, it's kind of outrageous. Thoughts on the Giants spring training? I think everything's going good, man. Everybody's healthy except for Tom Murphy. Kyle Harrison the other day was a little disappointing, but you know what? He pulled it together and came back in the second inning and kind of redeemed himself. But the fastball velocity's down a little, and usually when it's a few notches up, that's when he's like electric, and that's what we're looking for. It's still early in spring. He was sick, and he got a late start compared to everyone, but how good is Landon Roop looking? One can always improve behind the plate. This is true. This is absolutely true. But can one improve at first base, Bryce Eldridge? That's what I want to know. Schmidt should make the team. Yes, I think. Thank you, Anthony. You're speaking my language over there. I'm a huge Casey Schmidt fan, and I'm not going to dog Wisely, but just because he's left-handed, I hope that's not going to be the deciding factor. I want to see Casey Schmidt. There's even rumors that Casey Schmidt could give Fitzgerald a run for the starting second baseman if he keeps playing the way he's playing. So we shall see. What's your opening day lineup for the Giants versus the Mariners? Well, batting first, playing first base, Lamont Wade Jr., late night Lamont. Batting second, because he wants to be batting second, the new shortstop, the highest paid Giant in the history of San Francisco, Willy Adames. Batting third, Jung-Hoo Lee, who's my pick for MVP of the team this year. I think Jung-Hoo Lee is going to thrill everybody. Batting fourth, they're going to give it to Chapman. I think Chapman should bat fifth and Encarnacion should bat fourth, but Encarnacion might not even start. But I would put Encarnacion DH, bat him fourth, bat Chapman fifth, Bat Ramos 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is Fitzgerald, 8 is Bailey, and 7 is Matos. That's how I would run it. Thoughts on Patrick Bailey? I think he's great, and I think he's only going to get better. I think, his defense is like phenomenal flashes, but consistency needs to come, because every once in a while he'll just, he missed a pop fly here or throws one away, and just it's almost like Steph Curry when he does gives a lot of takeovers in weird situations where he just throws the ball and you're like, what did you do that for? I think Bailey needs to concentrate and just be like superb all the time, more consistency. And then I'm kind of with everybody else. Let's just bat from one side. I think he's a better hitter from the left side. So let's just put him up on the left side, stop switch hitting, and that'll be less focus on hitting and distraction from his catching. I think it could help everything altogether. Shardall's giving me his top 10 list. I'm going to San Francisco Giants Fan Fest tomorrow. Shardall, I will be there. Listen, we need to high five. I want a photo with Shardall tomorrow. I want me and you, selfie video for the show. What's up, everybody? This is Shardall, and you're watching Skaters on Baseball, the podcast with balls. Something like that, right? Rick Brown in the house. What up, Rick? Chris Koss will make you jump. I love this, man. If you got root, there it is. And Chris Koss will make you jump. We gotta utilize these names and put these songs. I don't know. I feel like I could just get in there and like fine tune that whole thing and get people hyped, but maybe that's just me. I don't think Glenn's going. I think he's in Canada still from what I know, but let me tell you a little story. I want to get some autographs tomorrow. I wanted to get, Jeff Leonard, Noah Lowry. I haven't seen him in a while. So I ordered a couple cards off eBay. And I ordered them like 2.5 weeks ago so they would get here in time because, mail, all that kind of crap. And today I thought they would be here by now. So I went down to the mail and I'm like, what's going on? I asked around and because we live in a building, so there's other mailboxes. And so I asked the guy and he said, hasn't seen it. And I'm out of luck. So I got some cards still because, I always got my cards, but these special ones that I wanted to get for tomorrow didn't arrive in time. And so sadly, that's a bummer. But I'm excited to go over there, smell the grass, just take a seat for a while and maybe get a hot dog and a soda or something and just kick back and kind of take it all in. I don't know if you guys saw the $9 flash sale that went on today. I'm sure it drove Lou crazy. He's always angry about these flash sales and how he's a season ticket holder and he pays all this money and then they sell the tickets for cheaper. But I bought 9 games today at $9 a piece. So I'm already slated for 12 games. Did any of you guys get any tickets? Anybody thinking about going to some games this year, or is it going to be more TV for y'all? Shardall, if you want to show everybody what you look like, you could come on the show right now, or tomorrow we can unveil the Shardall. That'd be cool too. I'm down for any and all of it. San Francisco Giants jersey is full of autographs. How about I meet you outside the Willie Mays gate? That sounds good. I'll look at me. See me? Yeah, let's meet up. If you see this guy, that's me. So just say, what up? Ah! Here's the fool that pays $5,500 for. He's the fool that pays $55,000 for front row. Yeah, I'm confused. So he has season tickets, but he goes to like 11 games a year. All that stuff doesn't make any sense. And there's a lot of complaining coming from old Lou. I hope that when I'm his age, that's not the case for me, because I just like to. I mean, baseball's here, dude. I'm stoked. Win, lose, or draw, I'm hyped. I love baseball. It's the time of the year, and daylight savings is tomorrow night, so we're getting longer nights. Chardal, why don't we meet behind home plate? Right around, because it opens at 10, so I'm going to go straight to the whichever the autograph table is first. Why don't we meet at noon? What time are you going to be there? I'll meet at noon, maybe. That could be right behind home plate or somewhere. I'm down. Family seat since New York. Old timer. Yeah, well, that's cool. Him and his brothers and his sisters. Oh, so they just all go in on it. Okay. Can I keep my camera off? No, come on. You gotta come correct with the camera on. Everybody on this channel, we like to see who's talking. Come on, man. Please. Hell, I'm old and I'm not grumpy. Paul, I'm old and I can be grumpy, but I try not to be grumpy about this until at least it's playing. The whole like before the season grump, I don't get. And if you thought that they were going to get Juan Soto and that's why you're grumpy, that's on you. Because we knew they weren't getting Soto. We knew that like 3 years ago. Check out the Jung Hoo Lee section 142. Well, Christian and I are going to make Area 51 shirts. Christian's an amazing graphic designer, and he's gonna make Area 51 for Jung Hoo Lee because he's number 51. The Jung Hoo crew, it's a borderline cheesy. I need to check it out in person and see what it all is. But sometimes the Giants marketing misses on these things. They kind of I don't know. Skaters ain't got nothing to hide. That's right. It's ridiculous expensive. What is? You got to show yourself, Chardal. Can you send the link? Love Christian. That subject sounds really out there. Area 51? You mean the area that number 51 roams? Or do you mean Lou's seats? Well, here's the thing too for Lou. If he's in the seats that you're claiming he is, those flash sales are not for those type of seats. You're upper deck, you're like 326 way the hell down left field line and like almost at the top of the thing. It's not like people are getting the seats that he's sitting in for $9. So let me see here. Let me see. How does this work? Do I just do something like this? I've actually never put the link in the chat, so let's see if this works. Wherever I may roam, yeah, I know he likes to be salty. Mike's Val, insane in the membrane. Shout out to Senior up there at Davis, who was at the DNA Lounge the same time as I was. We didn't know each other. And Cypress Hill filmed a video. We were in there, and actually part of the video you can see, oh, you coming on, Mike Val, huh? Look at this. I got my first. We were in there. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I gotta turn off you on the TV.
What's that?
I gotta turn you off on the TV. An echo.
I gotcha. Okay.
Copy that.
There
How's
you
it going,
go.
brother?
Good, man. What's up with you?
Hanging out.
Friday night.
Feeling good. Yeah, I ain't got no job. I ain't got to do. So what's going on? What are your thoughts on on something Giants right now. I just want to jump in, say hello to everybody, and hear what you got to say tonight, and roll with you.
Respect, dude. I'm hyped. To be honest, like, I just think that people forget that we were really disappointed with Farhan and Kapler, and those guys are both gone. And to me, that's two additions by subtraction, right? The Buster Posey era is beginning. It's not going to be a light switch where it just goes from 0 to 1,000, but he did get the best shortstop available. The left side of our infield is dynamic defensively. And if we have a healthy Jung-Hoo Lee all year with Adames, I think that adds a lot of offense. And then the pitching is going to be just as good, if not better, than last year. So the bullpen's a little dicey with the left-handing loss. And there's one, Miller? He's got some weirdness in his hand. So hopefully he's okay. But I think it's all going to work out.
All right.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
I think we can play with all the teams in the National League West. I think we can play with everybody. And I think that the Padres are on the way down. I think we're on the way up. Whether it's this year or next year, we are going to be like up there and the Padres are going to be down below us. What do you think?
Well, I gotta agree with your assessment. Like, looking back, Kapler never met a pitcher he didn't fire, right? He walked out there in the bullpen every night and out to the mound every night, and with 10 minutes in front of a camera, fired the pitcher that was on the mound. Showing off his scorpion tattoo or whatever. But
are you talking about Zach Littell when he put the ball in his hand?
Yeah, that was Brebbia, the Brebster.
The Brebster.
Yeah, he my dad actually was. I let my dad tweet for me sometimes, and he was money. He made that statement, and the very next night, Brebster put the ball in Gabe Kapler's hand, or hid the ball from behind his back, and wouldn't let him out of the game. It wouldn't let himself out of the game. So that's just a fond memory. Farhan, are we Farhan removed from Farhan's bargain basement? Pickups. Like, is Brett Wisely getting a starting job ahead of? Is he getting favor? Because I've been watching the lineup every day, and I don't see Casey Schmidt in there. I see Brett Wisely in there. Even today, got rained out after a good day from Casey yesterday. They want to let Brett have the opportunity, and I like Brett, but Brett's a first pitch fastball hitter. And it didn't take long. It took half a season for people to get a book on him, oddly enough. And he went downhill. Casey Schmidt did what he always does in the minors, and came up and performed well for us. I was just thinking about, like, the difference between the two talent levels. Casey could play third as good as anybody. Short, second, even first. Wisely's a middle infielder, and that's about it. I don't trust him at third. No way he's at first.
I don't want him at shortstop either.
Yes. Oh, shortstop. Well,
Casey's our
a
guy.
lot of guys thought
gun.
Wisely was good at short for the first half of the season, and then the narrative changed, and Giants went with Fitzgerald at short and Wisely at second. Wisely played a pretty good second base.
Yep.
But I've watched Wilmer Flores play second base over the last 4 years, right? And Wilmer Flores has never been a dynamic infielder.
No,
So
his
any
legs are
improvement
going.
on that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Fitzgerald is going to
yeah.
be the second baseman until he runs himself out. Like it's his job to lose.
What do you think of Fitzgerald hitting ninth in the lineup with
Hmm.
Lamont starting? So against right-handed pitching, Fitzgerald being the turnaround to the order, essentially the leadoff hitter at the back of the end.
I like it. I think that you start out like that and then you see how these guys develop, because if you led off with Fitzgerald, it would be a lot of pressure. He's still kind of, he's 27,
Absolutely.
but he's still young as far as green in the MLB. But what you want
Mhm.
ideally is you want Fitzgerald to show you that he's a guy that can get on because he's so fast. Like McRae is the guy that we all are rooting for. Like if McRae could figure out how to hit and get on base
Mhm.
consistently, this guy steals like nobody's business. Like somebody we've never even seen in our era as Giants fans. Like he's really fast and good base runner. And I would love to have that kind of leadoff guy. But for right now, we need Lamont to lead it off because he's got the good eye. He can get a bunch of pitches from the pitcher. And that way Adames comes up and he's seen everything that the pitcher's thrown. That benefits everybody else behind him. If he gets on base, Jung-Hoo Lee's a pretty damn good bat to ball guy. He's going to strike out less than probably everyone else on the team. You know, we need more guys like him. We need more guys that can hit gap to gap and hit the ball, like get the bat to the ball. Striking out is a huge problem for this team.
And Adames didn't help that. Adames strikes out 2.8 times per walk. It's like a 23%, if I remember, like afterwards, doing the strikeout ratio. But I get that. I think Jung Hoo is, I listen to all the shows. So Dan was telling last night that Jung Hoo's a 10% K guy, and even your dynasty was telling me Luis Matos is a 10% K guy. And those guys, they don't walk like Lamont. They're not up there drawing walks equal to that. They're up there drawing half the walks.
That's right.
But they put the ball in play, and when you put the ball in play, good things happen. And I think you surround Adames with two of those guys, like Bob Melvin, who has coached 21 years in the league and has a 29% rate of winning 90 games plus,
Mm.
though I've given them the hardest of times, knows what he's doing, with the beginning of like the modern day lineup.
Yeah, I think the thing with Adames is he probably strikes out close to the same amount of time as a Chapman. But what you have to look at with Adames is his percentage of getting runs batted in when they're out there. He's a guy that smells the RBI. So he might strike out, but I'm hoping he doesn't strike out in those situations where it's like one out and a guy at
Oh,
third, right? Where you're like, no, you just need to hit a fly ball. You need to get that guy in, whatever it takes. And I think from the last few years, he's struck out a lot, but he's gotten a lot of RBIs and he's going to be close to 25 home runs. I don't think he'll hit 30 because our park isn't as conducive, but I love the spirit that Adames has. I love his attitude and like his leadership kind of vibe and his swag. Like it all makes sense to like have that guy as like a dude that everyone looks at as kind of like, let's follow his direction.
he seems pretty natural as a leader. I gotta say, like, just vaguely, or just like knowing him now. Never. I don't watch other teams, so
Right.
I think Adames came into this camp, and not only did he say the right things, but what I was hoping for this offseason was to see an attitude change towards Buster Posey's uh, diligence, everyday diligence. Wake up, you're breathing what you got in front of you. And Adamas is like lighthearted feel, Buster hugs and all, So I think we got a good thing going.
Hey man, it's baseball. The greatest part of it is no matter what happens today, there's another game tomorrow. I live right in the neighborhood, so I walk down there a lot and go to games and try to get the cheap tickets and then just connive into the right spots to, get a little better than my seat shows. But I'm excited. I think the Giants in San Francisco. Let's go.
For sure. Plan to visit a couple games with you, or I'll hit you up and take my dad with me. Probably getting some seats right in front of the press booth because they have some seats fitted for my father, and I'll let you know if there's an extra one.
Sounds
Thanks for
good,
having me
man.
on, my friend.
Are you into fantasy baseball at all?
I am. I'd like to get into your guys' league if you have an open spot.
We got
Dan's,
one spot left.
the other guys. Oh, well, I'm down.
Email me skates
Be
on
my
base.
pleasure.
Email me skatesonbase@gmail.com and I'll give you all the info and whatnot. I'm going to bring in Chardal next, guys. Thanks for tuning
Right
in,
on.
Mike.
Have
I
a good night,
appreciate you.
folks.
Yeah, you too. Peace. All right, are you guys ready for the one and only, the premier visit of Chardal onto the Skaters on Baseball? But we need to see you, Chardal. Come on. I wish I had the drum roll. Let's see what we got here. He better show himself. See, everybody wants to see the one and only. Da-da-da-da-da-da, Chardal. It's Chardal time. Chardizzle, show us that you are in the house. Are you there? Okay. Well, let me know when you're back. It looks like it might be one of those nights. Yeah, that was cool to see Mike in here. I agree. I mean, we're all aware of the strikeout issue, right? Everybody knows that we need to. Woo! Look at that. The foghorn's just going ballistic, guys. All right. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Ah, Chardizzle, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
First time on the show.
First time, yeah. What do you think? Are we doing okay? Have you watched any of our show? How you feel?
I love your show. I mean, I like everything you have, everything you like, everything you cover on here.
Nice, thank you. I was watching you and Coleman the other day broadcasting the what was it, the Cubs versus the Giants in spring training. That was pretty cool.
So what are your thoughts on spring training so far?
I like it. I think that the Giants are, they're doing kind of what we predicted they would do, right? They got their 4 guns and they're looking for that 5th starter. And then I don't know how you feel, but I want Yaz replaced in right field with Matos, and I would like to see Encarnacion be the starting designated hitter. What do you think?
I think they're.
We're getting a little action going. Thank you. This is great, man.
So I think we got it this year. I think the Giants got it this year.
Really?
I mean, I think we got a good team. I mean, like I mean, spring training is good. It's great to see. It's great to see these young prospects work their way up to the major leagues. What are your thoughts? I mean, when you heard about it, like how excited were you when you saw all these young players make their way up to the major leagues? You know, Casey Schmidt, Lamont Wade Jr., Junko Lee.
If you watch the Casey Schmidt video where he came to San Francisco for the first time to play his first game, they had the camera and they followed him into the stadium. I'm the one that runs out to the street and says, "Welcome to San Francisco, Casey Schmidt." If you ever can see that video, it was, dude, I love the guy. I was watching him in the minors. He's got a cannon. I like Matos a lot. I love Ramos. I'm rooting for Harrison, but Roop is throwing really good, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm not a Meckler fan. I'm not a big Meckler fan. I think David Villar his time has kind of run out and there's no place for him, but most of the guys I'm really liking. Those face killer.
So I think like this team is really good. I mean, like they're a good team. I mean, like they got a lot of good players on their team. I'm excited for the regular season, how that's going to pan out. With the Mariners opening up the season in San Francisco. But like, how do you rate spring training? Like, have you watched any of the games?
Yeah, I've got to see a couple, but most of them have been by radio because they haven't really broadcast. I think I've seen 3 games on TV. Like I said, Roop is throwing great. And I feel like Matos is just like, he's only struck out once the whole time. And that's the kind of guy we need, is somebody that doesn't strike out too much. So for me, Yastrzemski pops up a lot and he strikes out a lot. And I think Matos deserves a chance to see what he's got as an everyday player. That's what I really want to see.
I mean, I'm a longtime Giants fan too. I like watching all the games on TV. I try and tune into as many of the games that I can. I also go to the ballpark and watch the games as well in San Francisco. So I go over there and watch a couple of games over there.
Nice.
I think that their opening day roster is really good. Like, you got Lamont Wade batting first. So I think that they're gonna be really good starting off the season. They might not be the best, but you know, we'll see who they have and we'll see how well they perform at the regular season.
Where do you live? You live out by
I
East
live
Bay?
in San Francisco Bay Area.
Bay Area? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're close enough to get to the games when you want to.
Yeah, and I take the BART.
Okay, perfect. And you're going to be at the Fan Fest tomorrow.
I'm gonna be there.
Who are any of the alumni that you're extra excited to see? Jeff Leonard, JT Snow,
Hunter Pence.
Okay. What about Sergio Romo, Dravecki, JT Snow?
So I don't. I mean, I would
Hackman.
love to get autographs from like Dave Dravecki and JT Snow, but like I wasn't around at the time when Dave Dravecki was playing and JT Snow was playing. I'm not that. I wasn't like a big fan of them when they were playing.
I get it.
But I know
makes
that
sense.
people are big fans of them. You know, they are legends. They did play for the Orange and Black. They brought championships to the Bay. But for me, when I saw Hunter Pence, he was the only player that I saw actually when I saw him in AT&T Park in an Oracle. So he's the only player that I have connection with. You know, like I have connection with that player because I actually saw him playing when it was AT&T Park, and I got to see him in his retirement ceremony, that was pretty cool. I was actually in attendance for him when he got his number retired.
Nice.
I was in attendance for that game as well.
Yeah.
But they're just a good team. Like, they just have all these great stars. Like, they're just like an unstoppable team. Like, it doesn't matter who they face. Like, they could literally go up against anybody. Go up against the Dodgers. Go up against the Cubs. You know, that shows how resilient this team is. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, you think that the Giants are a resilient baseball team, and they can change? Like, the Giants can change the game around in a sudden. Like that's how great this team is. They can just do like they could like they're down by 3 runs and then they can end up scoring like a home run and then the game is like on its side. You know, the game is like it's a wholly different ball game. Like it's the vibe, the ball is different. It's just a different vibe. You know, it's a different type of energy in the ballpark.
Okay, so let me ask you, what is your prediction for placing in the National League West? Out of all the teams, who's going to be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth?
I'm going with Lamont Wade Jr. batting first.
No, I mean in the standings, like which team is going to win the division and what team's going to get second?
I would love for the Giants to win first place.
It's asking a lot.
Like, what are your thoughts on the Giants? Like, what are your thoughts on the whole team in general with the acquisition they made? You know, they got Willie Adames.
I like Willie Adames. I like Willie Adames. He was the best shortstop available, and he's going to be great. I think that Jung-Hoo Lee is my guy. If he stays healthy all year, I think everyone's going to be a huge Jung-Hoo Lee fan by the end of this year.
I mean, I'm also a big fan of Jung-Hoo Lee as well. I just like his dog mentality on the field. He did play in the KBO, so he brought that experience from playing in the Korean baseball organization to playing for the Giants. So I think that's so great about these players on the Giants is that they bring their experience from playing in another country, like he did play in Korea, and when they come over to the Giants, that's so great because they're bringing that expertise that they had playing in another country and coming here. So do you think that's a very positive thing that he had experience playing in Japan with all the guys, you know, Murakami and Otani and all the players in Japan? He got experience playing there. So do you think that's a positive benefit that you get to see players playing for their home country?
Yeah, I think that WBC was exciting seeing all the guys play for their countries. And it was interesting, like seeing Jock Peterson play for Israel. I didn't realize that was going to happen. And there was a lot of different things going on. But when it comes to Major League Baseball, I think that we're a step above all those other leagues. I think like even the Japanese kind of have to transition. I think it's not the same here. And the pitching is great in Japan, but when they come here, it's not always as great because our hitters are a little bit better, I think, in general. So it'll be interesting. But I think that Jung-Hoo Lee's he's money. I'm in for him. And
the one thing that Jung-Hoo Lee needs to work on a lot is his English, because usually like when a player plays in another country, when they come over to the major leagues, they don't know how to speak English very well because that's not like they only know their native language. Like Jung-Hoo Lee's native language is Korean, so he mostly knows how to speak his native tongue. But he normally has like interpreters who come and help him, you know, interpret what he's saying. So, you know, there's an interpreter right by his side to kind of like, if he, you know, just to translate everything he's saying in Korean and translate to English. So that's really cool how they can do that. So really,
yeah, Otani has a translator too. I would love to see these guys learn the language and start doing their own interviews. I think it takes a little bit away from the interview when it has to keep going back and forth with the translator. And I think Jung-Hoo Lee's really wanting to learn English and be like a full on just like spokesman for himself. What do you think about skateboarding? I got some wheels that I was going to give away tonight. What do you think? You ever been on a skateboard?
I don't skateboard, but I could probably give them to somebody who owns a skateboard.
Well, I was thinking if we could get some more people in the chat room, I could give them away on the show.
So I'm really excited for the start of the regular season. I'm so excited that baseball is finally back. It's been a while since I haven't seen baseball, and it's great that we finally have this sport back again. It's our American pastime. People don't really look baseball at that in that light, that it's our America's game, and a lot of people tune into it. It's more popular if you compare football and basketball. I think baseball trumps all of that because it's our sport, our America's sport. But like, how many games do you think they're gonna win in the regular season? Like, do you have like a ballpark number on how many games they're gonna win, or you're just kind of like rolling with the punches and you're just kind of watch game by game and see how they do game by game?
How many do you think? I got 84.
I'm going 90 wins.
90. Oh, that'd be great. I'm
So
saying 84, 85.
So the best part is that you should I'm going 90 wins, but I don't know how it's gonna be because they could win those many games, but I'm not really sure if that's gonna be the possibility if they are gonna win those many games. But I think they're just a good, well-rounded team. I think everybody in this team is great.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful to see.
Well, thanks for joining us. I hope that we can link up tomorrow at the Fan Fest.
It's great coming on your show. I really love all your content and videos.
Thank you.
I really love that you post videos every single day. You get great guests coming on here on your channel.
Nice. Thank you.
But make sure to click that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell for Skaters on Baseball. They cover the Giants. Unfortunately, it's Schmitty is the only one on here. This is normally it's a 2-person show, so Christian also joins Schmitty, but today it's just going to be Schmitty on the show today, so it's just going to be him. So it's going to be a solo show today. So I was thinking about coming on the show because I know you're solo, and I just want to come on here and give you some support because I don't want you to go solo.
Love it. I love it, man. Thank you.
And then not let you go solo.
Appreciate you.
I'll be there at the
I'll look for you tomorrow. Let's link up. Okay.
I'll see you there. We should do a simulcast stream if that's something that you're up to. We should link both of our channels up together and do a simulcast show if that's something that you want to do.
Okay, yeah, we could try. Can you do it from the phones?
So the way is it that I do is that on stream when I use StreamYard. So the best part is that to get your YouTube name, and then I'll add it to StreamYard, and when I do a show, I can add you to the stream so you can do a simulcast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it was great coming on for my debut for the first time on Skaters on Baseball.
Yes.
The last 2 days I was busy. I had things to take care of, so I wasn't able to make it onto the show. So I'm happy I was able to make it on the show today.
Me too. We'll have to get you back when Christian's around so we can have all 3 of us.
Hey, that would be really fun when Christian's on here, because I think it's great to have him on here when you two are on here together. I think he brings a lot of stuff, so I'll definitely have to come back on the show when Christian's around.
All right. Well, thank you, Shardal. We will look for you tomorrow. And look, guys, we might be doing a simulcast from FanFest tomorrow if it all works out. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm excited to try it.
You mean we'll do a simulcast?
Well, me and you doing the show from over there, right? On the StreamYard.
Oh, we could the way we could do it is that we could always I could always come back home from FanFest, and we could probably schedule it.
Okay, cool.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Schmitty. I love that people give you all the love and support. I really love that your channel is growing. And make sure to give love to Smitty and Christian, because these 2 guys cover the Giants. They do a phenomenal job covering this team. And I always love coming on other people's YouTube channels just to show my love and support for the for the network, and you know, it also would get them. It also would help them get more subscribers if they get more people coming on. They're gonna.
It's gonna take
My
time, but
bros-
once the season starts, I think it's gonna start catching.
So yeah, so thanks for having me on the show. It's a true honor, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you, Shardal. Take care.
See ya.
That was Shardal, everybody. We got Shardal, and he showed face, which thank you, Shardal. I appreciate you for that. I know that you don't always do that, and for your premiere time on Skaters on Baseball, I couldn't have asked for a better moment. That's real special for me, and I appreciate you. I'll be looking for you tomorrow at the Fan Fest for sure. What else is shaking, guys? Have you guys been tuning in to some of these other shows? Like Tom Tolbert has his own show now, and Lund and Polly's Particles. A lot of people got fired from KMBR, and now they're just starting their own thing at YouTube. It could be eventually just like a radio show on YouTube where it's just hour slots and everybody has their own time slot. I think that could be so cool. It could be the future. We'll have to see how that all goes. Paul, what's up? I've seen you chiming in a lot today. How are you feeling about the Giants? I saw what's his name? Todd K was I love the Giants and they blow. I wasn't feeling that one. I really hate to say it, Giants fans living on a prayer. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand. Yeah, no, we're gonna do better this year, bro. Watch, we're gonna have a better squad this year, and the pendulum is going up. We were going down, and now we're coming back up. And it's gonna take a minute, and Buster's gonna get his feet wet, and then things are just gonna keep excelling in the right direction. I feel that. I feel that movement. So, you know, Bon Jovi. What about top Young Guns? You gotta like Young Guns, the movie. They had a little Bon Jovi song in there. So Anthony, what is your thoughts on the leadoff versus the third batter? Like everybody seems to be really focusing on Jung-Hoo Lee versus Lamont Wade as the leadoff guy. And Anthony's a cowboy, huh? I'm a cowboy. That's the one, huh? Trade Ray ASAP? Huh. Ooh. I don't know about trading Ray. I think Ray's going to have a really good year this year. I think that last year he was coming off his surgery and he was just feeling it out. And now he had a whole off season and he's going to come out firing. So I don't know. Should have speed at leadoff like Ricky. Yeah. So that's why I wish Grant McCray could be our leadoff guy. I think the future is Grant McCray. I think they need to put Grant and Bryce Eldridge into a month-long camp, just those two guys with Barry Bonds. And they need to face live pitching, the kind of pitching that strikes them out occasionally. And Barry Bonds is watching them and telling them what they're doing wrong and how to improve that. I think it could be a really quick, improvement for those guys. And if you got Grant McCray getting on base, it's beautiful. You're going to get people really nervous on the mound. Regulators, mount up. Regulators, Eddie KS24. We got Tim McKenney talking about skaters on fishing. Halibut starting to show, and Oyster Point stripers making way out the gate to the breakers. No salmon, no rain, no sturgeon. Well, salmon up in the Yuba River, I think. But yeah, I know McCray strikes out too much, but put him in AAA, give him a couple months or half a year, whatever it needs, and work with a guy. Don't just put him into the River Cats and play. Put him into like some situation where he's got to, like, it's almost like you got a tutor, right? It's like somebody right on you every day helping you improve on striking out till it's like embedded in your brain where you're like, I can't strike out anymore. I gotta bunt. I gotta just make contact. I stop swinging so hard, whatever it is that works. And, Tony. Oh, Chardal wants to come back in. Should we let Chardal back in? I'm gonna be closing down pretty soon. Let's see what do you got? What's up, Chardal?
So as a Giants fan, I wish the Giants the best of luck in 2025 at the start of the regular season. I think I'm really excited who we're gonna have in the opening day lineup against the Mariners. It's just gonna it's I'm excited. I love going to the ballpark. Sometimes I'm not able to go to the ballpark because I'm busy or the tickets are expensive, so I just watch the game on TV on NBC Sports Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
But what's some advice you would give to the Giants if they want to come out on 2025 and win a couple of games, because they have to come out strong on opening day.
That's right. And they're playing Cincinnati Reds, then Houston Astros, and then they come home and play Seattle Mariners. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. But they're just a good team overall. I mean, they might be one of the most exciting teams in all of baseball, in my opinion.
Really?
The Giants might be the most exciting team in all baseball in my eyes.
I like your enthusiasm, but you're a loyal Giants fan, right? You've been a Giants fan your whole life.
I've been a Giants fan my whole life. So I've went to games at AT&T Park and I went to games at Oracle Park. So
nice.
I've seen the history.
Barry Bonds?
I haven't seen that, but I saw the outside Oracle Park. There's the placards on the ground that show Barry Bonds like 756 home run that he made into McCovey Cove.
Yeah.
But like whenever I do like San Francisco Giants like post game shows, I get a lot of people showing hate to the Giants, that they're not a good team, and like I get a lot of hate, and on my YouTube channel I try not to promote hate, like any negativity and hate on my YouTube channel. And I just try and like ask them to like not say what they're trying to say, because like my YouTube channel is all about positivity, and I have a lot of people coming on my YouTube channel and being negative in the chat and saying all kinds of comments that are really hurtful. And I'm one of those fans who doesn't appreciate fans coming into my chat and saying hateful comments that, the Giants suck, the Giants are not going to make it to the playoffs. I don't appreciate that, because it's like I try and maintain as much positivity as I can on my YouTube channel. And when people come and post negative comments like that, it just makes me feel like I don't like, they're just trolling me in the comments. Like,
but do you believe
I try and be as positive as I can, right? That's basically what my motto is: be positive, not be negative. But if people be negative, I'm like, I'm not going to look at the comments. I've seen a lot of my friends who post comments, who see those negative comments in the chat, and they tell me that if those comments like don't make you feel good, and then you don't want to read them, don't look at the comments. You just go by them. I mean, what about you? You try and maintain like a positive atmosphere.
100%.
Like,
yeah,
everything is really positive on your YouTube channel.
I'm a big believer in energy. I think that if you are a fan of a team, let's say, why would, if you wanted them to be successful, why would you throw negative energy towards them? If you put positive energy out there, more positivity can happen. I believe in that. And I think that when people come and they talk shit and they do all that, it's just putting people down and that's suppressing things. But if you uplift people and you start giving them the energy, look at the Warriors are a great example. When that house is full and everyone's going crazy, the Warriors, they step it up a notch or two. And the Giants are the same way. The fan base can really help these guys by showing up and being supportive. And things aren't easy. Baseballs are hard to hit, and you don't get a World Series every year. And I think we got spoiled with the Warriors and the Giants with all their titles, that people are like, I want it all or nothing. And I think that's a horrible way to look at it.
So when I look at people, I've seen a lot of like Giants players who get heckled by fans in the stands, and I've seen those players don't let it get to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes professional baseball so great. Like, even if they get heckled and they get comments thrown at them, they just brush off the comments and they just move on with it.
Yeah, that's
do you see that? That's what's great about professional baseball players, is that if they get heckled, they don't really focus on the heck, like any hecklers who are saying like, you're gonna miss you're gonna strike out, you're not gonna make it to the league, you're not. And the biggest movie that I seen, where there was this great movie I watched called 42, which is a really, really great baseball movie. It's like hands one of the best baseball movies of all time. And Jackie Robinson was playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So there was a scene where Ben Chapman, who was the manager of the Phillies, so Paul, I really appreciate that. It really means a lot to like, I know people tease me, but I've known to have thick skin and build and have tough character and build with anything people say to me. And we got another comment from Robert Rothberg, says hecklers bring out the best in Barry Bonds. So we can clearly see how players get heckled, and I know people in the chat can relate with what I'm talking about, which players get heckled a lot in baseball, which is kind of a problem with athletes. And Jackie Robinson, when he got heckled by Ben Chapman in 42, he definitely took that to heart. Like, that really affected him like negatively. So do you think that, like, what would be your tips? Like, if you were a professional baseball player and somebody was heckling you, what would you do as a professional baseball player? What would you do? Like, what would you say to the hecklers? Would you say that there's no need for heckling me? I'm just playing the sport I love. I don't really need you to keep tossing all these negative comments in my direction, because I'm just gonna, not focus on them.
You just got to do what you just said, is brush it off. I think acknowledging it is just feeding into it. So if you just don't acknowledge it and just stay your course, that's the best thing you can do, and roll with the punches. Most of the time people are kind of playing around. There's a lot of teasing. It's not so serious. But if there's a lot of hate, or if there's something that's over the top, that's just a problem with that person. You just have to realize that some people are messed up, and you got to just keep going and keep your, like, what your goal is and what your direction is, and you just keep going that way.
And a good motto I try and tell people is that just be yourself.
Exactly.
You just got to be yourself. Like, people will say whatever they want to say to you in your direction, and you might take it personally, or you might not take it personally. You just got to be yourself and live your life. That's what I tell all my friends. Somebody hurts you, you don't take that personally. That's what, you do. And it looks like a lot of people are understanding what I say. I got a comment from Daniel, Light the Beam. He said, what up, Chardal? Let it slide off your back. That's true. That's how life is. And, the Giants are going to do good next year. They're gonna be make it into the World Series. That would be like the goal that you want the Giants to go. Like that's always the direction that you want this team to be headed to, is make it all the way to the World Series and eventually end up winning it. But what made you start this channel? Like, what was the basis around starting this YouTube channel? Was there like some connection that you had before you started it, or were you like, I just feel like I want to start a baseball YouTube channel?
So what happened was I was listening to KMBR every morning because I get up early, and I was listening to Paulie Mack and Murph in the mornings, and I was enjoying it for a while, and then things kind of just started to slowly, like, they just don't talk enough baseball. There's a lot of talking about his son and Marin and Little League and 49ers and Warriors and all this other stuff, and I was getting frustrated. And Glenn from Glenn and Eric, the Giant Sports Talk Live, he lives in my building, Glenn. And so he told me about their show. So I started watching their show, and Eric and Glenn were really nice to me, and they kind of helped me develop this. Christian and I were thinking about doing it, and I asked Eric, and mostly Eric has the technical side, but I had Eric and Glenn both came on the show, and that was really helpful to bring some attention to it. And it's just been fun. So once we started, I didn't really want to stop.
So when you start a YouTube channel, it's great that you have a passion for something, like you really like talking about the Giants, and that's a passion of yours. Mm-hmm. And it's great that you start a YouTube channel just talking about that and bringing people on and talking about it, and building the platform up from the ground down to the ground up. Mm. That's really good, because some people don't have a passion about something, and it's something really close to them. And for me, I like the Giants, so it's great that you made a podcast just all around the Giants. Like, that's really good, because you have a passion for talking about baseball, and you made this channel. So I think you did really good.
Appreciate
to talk
that.
about something that you have a passion for, right? You have a passion to talk about the Giants.
Yeah,
they mean a lot to you, and you start a YouTube channel around that. So that's, I think I give you credit on that.
Thanks, Charlotte. I really like that. When you go to a Giants game, you can sit next to people you don't know, but you're all rooting for the same thing. So you can high five each other and get excited about the same things. And that's kind of unusual in today's life, with everybody being divided for this or that or whatever. Baseball is great because we can just get into there and put everything else aside and just say, let's go Giants. Let's get that win.
And it's all, and people always, and one thing that makes me feel a little bit, makes me feel a little unsettled, is it makes me unsettled when I go to like an opposing team and I say, congratulations on a good win. Some people would not that would not be recommended to do from fans, because they don't want to get assaulted. If they go up to like a Dodger fan and they tell a Dodger fan like, good luck, sometimes they can take that, like they don't take what you're saying to them the right way.
No, that's true.
So for me, that's not very easy to go up to another fan of another team and tell them like, you did like good game, you played your heart out, you had a good game, you brought your A game. For me, that's not easy, but for me, I have guts to do go up and tell an opposing team that they did good. It's not easy for me to do that, because it takes a lot of guts to do that. Like a lot of bravery to go up to another opposing team, like a Dodger fan who you hate, and tell them that you did good. Like, it takes a lot of guts. And do you agree with that? That going up to a fan and telling them that their team did a great job is not really easy to do. Like that's not easy to go up to them and say that, right?
Yeah. I think you're doing good, Charlotte. I like what you're doing, and don't let the negativity bring you down. Just stay stoked, and You know, tomorrow's daylight savings, so the days are going to be longer, and baseball's here, so we are good.
And I really like going on other people's YouTube channels because that's you show support for other YouTube channels. Like I go to many YouTube channels on and do you agree with the Daniel S says light the beam? He says if you're having fun, keep doing that. Do you agree with that comment by Daniel S light the beam?
100%. Look, here's my motto. You got to laugh. You got to enjoy life. If you're having fun, who cares what anyone else thinks? If this life is too short. You got to be stoked and enjoy it. Like, that's why I don't understand people that sit around like curmudgeons and are just negative all day about everything. It's like, that's just negative energy that's bringing you down. And I don't see where it's taking you. But if you're stoked and having a good time and laughing, laughter is so important. So
Daniel S light the beam and Tim McKenney, I love that they're supporting me and they're posting so many great comments in your chat. They're so nice. So definitely I'm definitely gonna make them a moderator because Daniel light the beam and Tim, they're such great people. So it's always great coming in and seeing all the live comments in the chat and getting to read all of them. Is so nice to hear all the positive things, all the positive messages they're saying to me. And when I hear people saying these kind of comments to me, it makes me feel like I don't want to stop being a Giants fan and I want to keep going. And hearing all these comments, it makes me want to keep going. It keeps me wanting to pursue doing more live streams and doing more shows like this.
Keep
and
it going
on
man.
Other people's channels and showing my love and support to all the Giants content creators out there. It's really nice how you have so much, like your channel gets so many people who show all the love and support to your channel and give you all that like they really mean everything they say. And that's what I like about coming on your show. I mean, I really love showing my love for your network and all the other people, all the members in the chat who are posting all these comments. It's great because it's just like it shows that people care about your network and people like the content and videos that you're making on a daily basis on this channel.
Yeah.
So
did you hear our intro song?
I didn't hear it.
Want to hear it?
Let me get a go and hear it, and then I like that, man. That's a dope intro song right there. I love that song. That song is
Yeah, Richard made that for us and sent it over. So we sliced it together for a little beginning part, and I really appreciate that as well.
So in the comment, there's a comment. I can't pull the comment up. He says, F the Dodgers. Anthony Mirkovich is making that. Like I don't like. Do you agree with that comment? Like he's not a fan of the Dodgers.
I'm not a fan of the Dodgers either. Are you a fan of the Dodgers?
I don't like the Dodgers.
No, we got to say Dodgers thumbs down. You know what? I had this guy on earlier in the year, and he said this.
Fuck the Dodgers.
So I don't. I don't know.
And whenever I come on shows on YouTube, I always keep it as professional as I can when I show my face on camera. That's what people like. And I showed when I came on, I showed my face on your show, and now people can see a second look of how I look like if people attend FanFest tomorrow.
Awesome.
So
Thank
they'll
you
get
so
to
much,
see.
Chardal. I appreciate you because I know that you usually don't do that, and it's really special that you did it for us. So I big love.
And are you do you really like that? Do you like my professionality when I come on your shows and I keep a professional demeanor and I always look good when I come on? Is that
Yeah,
do you
100%.
appreciate that when I try and be as professional as I can when I come on your streams?
I do. I really do. Thank you for
And
all
and
of
and
the.
um and sometimes when people go live on YouTube, some people don't like showing their face, but some people feel that there's a positive when you show your face, people think that there's something great about that because um when you just show like your picture and you don't show your face, people don't know how you look like. So in a way, it's kind of like it's a good feeling to turn your camera on so people can see how you look like, so people can see how I really look like, you know, behind the camera.
Well, I gotta say, I appreciate you. I appreciate Mike Val for coming on the show. I wasn't sure how long I was going to stay on tonight because Christian was on assignment, but it's been a fun show. I want to get off the air now and head over to Glenn and Eric at Sports Talk
And
Radio.
I'm
And
always gonna be a fan of Buster Posey. He's gonna be one of my favorite Giants catchers of all time. I'm currently rocking the Buster Posey jersey on the stream. Um, I love Posey. He's gonna be a great president of baseball operations for the Giants. Um, and I love that that I show that I'm showing you all the love and support on your channel. And I'll definitely see you at Giants Fan Fest. That's
you
gonna be
bet.
fire.
Yep.
You gotta send this live stream over to Glenn and Eric so they can see that I made my debut on Skaters on Baseball.
Yes.
And I bet Glenn and Eric will be really stoked to see me on the show.
Hell yeah. I'm stoked too. Thank you. And I'm going to look for you tomorrow. And
And when I came on the stream, would you call this the Shardall show?
the Chardal show. Yes. I'll make a what do they call it? A reel or whatever it's called. We'll make a the Chardal show. I'll take the highlights and put it together and put it up for that if you don't mind.
Hey, and the Giants jersey that I'm wearing on the stream, I haven't gotten rid of it, so that shows that I'm a big fan of the Giants. Because I still have this jersey to this day, and I haven't got rid of this jersey that I'm wearing on the stream.
Is there a number?
It's
Oh,
number
Buster's?
28, Buster Posey.
Ah, there you go. Good job, buddy.
And I still have it, and and I can't believe it still looks good on me.
Good
Like I
condition.
haven't gotten rid of it. And every time I come on, people say like, you haven't got rid of that jersey yet, you still wear it. I say I'll until this gets I'll keep wearing this until it gets rips and tears in it, and then I'm probably gonna either
Chardal took over the show.
I'll either put it on a frame and hang it in my room.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up, and I'll see you tomorrow, and maybe I'll see you over in the chat on the other show.
Hey, it's great. It's great. It's great that I came on the show, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you have a great night.
You too, Chardal. Take care.
See you later.
Bye. All right, everybody. That was it. We never made it to the 20+ subscription or in the chat. Gonna keep hoping for that. If you guys can tell some people, let's bring 20+ into the chat, and whenever that happens, we're gonna start giving away a bunch of stuff. We have stickers, shirts, hats, baseball cards, skateboard wheels, lots of different things. So just want to try to get that 20+ in here. That's our goal for right now, to make that and then we'll probably try to go to 40 or whatever the next step is. But appreciate all you guys, Daniel, Anthony, Tim McKinney, as always, Eddie. Looks like Todd might have took off a long time ago. But Robert Rothberg, PMG was in for a little bit. We had, a lot of the usuals, but Todd K and Paul, thank you guys, are always in here a lot and chatting it up. I always appreciate when everybody's in the chat, making it funner. And I think I'm going to work on learning how to put polls up so we can start doing some interaction stuff as well. That's all I got, guys. Hopefully next time I'm up, Christian will be back, and I'm hoping to maybe do a FanFest wrap-up show after tomorrow's FanFest. So I'll see what I can get. Senior says 105 wins. Chardal, you missed him, Senior. Chardal was on the show, and we had a good time over here. So if you can ever join up earlier, get in here. We're looking for 20 plus in the chat, and we have a lot of things that we're going to give away. As always, hit like and pound the subscribe, or hit subscribe and pound that like. Is that what the kids are saying? Whatever you want to do. Till next time, there's only one Salba, and you know what he says.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Skaters on Baseball. If you liked what you heard, please spread the word, give us a good review, or hell, blow us up on your social media if you're down. Follow us at Skates on Base on Instagram for baseball news and other fun stuff. We love comments and listener participation, so bring it with an audio clip or an email. You can email us at skatersonbase@gmail.com. We're everywhere you get your podcasts, and we'll be here all season long.
Let's go, San Francisco. Let's go, Giants.
I'm excited to give everything that I have for these next 6 seasons and, see where it takes us.
Adios, Pelota!
See you soon. Thank you.
And I am forever a Giant.